Hey guys, Probo1701 here, and today on It's Armageddon, we're going to be talking about which First Doctor stories you would save if you could only save 5 for posterity. Now this list was actually mentioned to me by one of my fellow Doctor Who YouTubers, Paul. In one of the comments, Paul was like, hey, could you do a video talking about your top 5 stories you'd save for the Doctors, for each Doctor. And I didn't want to do all of them in one video, so I'm going to do a series on that, talking about which 5 stories I would save for each Doctor. I'm going to start, naturally, with the First Doctor. Now, I've only seen 7 of the First Doctor stories, so for the purpose of this video, I did allow myself to pick stories that I haven't seen, just that I know them by reputation, and I've seen maybe clips from them. Although 4 of the 5 I have seen, to be honest. Starting with number 1, An Unearthly Child. I do think you need to save this one for the first episode of it alone. The other 3 drag a bit, but I think for that first episode and for the historical significance of it and the good job it does setting up the concept of the show, I think you have to have it on there. Number 2, I put the Daleks. Again, I've mentioned before, I'm not a huge fan of the original Daleks story. I think it's way too long. I think it plods along. I have issues with some of the things that happen in it, the Dalek voices in it. But that aside, it is the first Dalek story. I do think it's one you need to save for that. Number 3, the only one on the list that I haven't seen, the Dalek Invasion of Earth. I have seen clips from this which look really good. I know it's very fondly remembered and thought of. So I definitely think it needs to be saved. It's one I am very much looking forward to seeing. I have seen clips from it, including the ending with everything with Susan. So I'm looking forward to actually seeing that one. Number 4 on the list, I went ahead and went with the Reign of Terror because I did want to use a historical. And I have actually seen the Reign of Terror and really, really enjoy that one. Especially considering it was on YouTube. All 6 parts were actually on YouTube. I don't know if they still are, but they were at the time I watched it a year or 2 ago. And even just watching it on YouTube, I found I really enjoyed it. It's one I'm looking forward to actually owning a copy of it because I thought it was a really, really good historical. And number 5 on the list, I did go with the 10th Planet, despite episode 3 not being quite as good because Hartnell's obviously not there, and episode 4 being animated. And while I like that style of animation, some of the camera shots they use with the extreme close-ups are very jarring because they don't fit the first 3 episodes. It's like they use modern camera techniques or something, which don't quite fit. But the first 2 parts are amazing. I love the first 2 parts of the 10th Planet. And I do, again, think it's a very historically significant story. So I definitely think it needs to be on there. So those are my top 5. Those are my top 5 stories I would save. If there was an Armageddon and I could only save 5 First Doctor stories, those are my 5. So comment down below and let me know, 1, what you think of my list, and 2, which 5 you would save. I would love to hear your thoughts on this. Other things to do, click the like button, click the subscribe button, click the bell for notifications. I do have a Patreon channel if you would like to become one of my patrons and contribute to that. There's a link to that down below. Most importantly though, stay safe out there, and thank you for watching.